chapter 3 of Survival of the Sickest, it begins by explaining the negative effects of sunlight on the human body. Firstly, its ultraviolet rays can be very harmful to our skin cells, also called melanocytes, and can cause skin cancer called melanoma. This is why it is very important to wear sunscreen, as you can see here, to protect ourselves. And also, heavy exposure to sunlight can rapidly deplete our folic acid levels. Folic acid is vital to our cell growth because it plays a large role in cell division and DNA replication. See, the sun only has negative effects.
Rock! The sun also has positive effects too. Sunlight breaks down cholesterol into the body by creating vitamin D, which is crucial to bone health by inserting minerals like calcium and phosphorus into our bones.
Popular belief, skin color is more than just genetics. It's usually dependent on the amount of sunlight a population has experienced. As a matter of fact, it's your optic nerve that signals the melanocytes to create more or less melanin depending on the amount of light. This is why when you wear sunglasses, you become more sunburned.
Since skin pigment is dependent on where you live in the world, you will see dark-skinned people living near the equator and light-skinned people living further away from the equator. Since dark-skinned people need more eumelanin to protect their skin near the equator than light-skinned people away from the equator.
As native populations migrated to different regions of the world, their skin had to adapt to different levels of sunlight. For example, when people with darker pigmented skin migrated towards Europe and the east coast of North America, they developed patterns of high cholesterol. This provided selective pressure to retain salt in their metabolisms to combat not being able to produce sufficient amounts of vitamin D, like they were used to doing when they lived closer to the equator, receiving much more exposure to sunlight.
Scientists use pharmacogenics, or the study of how genetic variation can affect pharmaceutical treatment, to account for imbalances of melanin levels in different populations as they migrate to different parts of the world.
While it is definitely important to wear sunscreen to protect yourselves from the sun's harmful UV rays, it is equally important to recognize that our bodies need the sun in order to produce vitamin D to acclimatize ourselves to the amount of sunlight in the region. This chapter also heavily stresses that skin color is mostly based on the amount of sunlight someone is exposed to on a regular basis.
Thank you for watching. Have a nice life.